Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back for another episode of Let's Play Dark Souls 2, and today we are going to beat the lost sinner, whatever you want to call him. I'm sorry that I don't remember exactly what his name is. We'll figure it out in here in just a minute. But as you can see, I did not go ahead and fast forward to where I died earlier in the game, so we actually are going to go ahead and play through. It's just a few short minutes. Of course, this video is actually going to be a short video anyway. Sorry about that. But here we are. We're human, and there were no summoning signs up here. But luckily, when we get to the bottom of the lift down here, there's, of course, the NPC, Lucatiel, and there's a real person that we summoned to help us fight the Lost Sinner. And then, of course, we summon the other NPC that's in the game. Down there further on, Selzward Luet, I believe is what his name is. Probably pronounced it wrong, but it's pretty close. So as you can see, we actually make it down there. We don't die, which is a good thing, because these guys aren't the hardest enemies to kill if I could actually hit them. But just a matter of staying out of their firing range, which of course I hit there, but still, it's not always possible to not get hit. But here we are, pulling the lever, of course, because the lift was down there from when we died, so we pull the lever and it's going to bring it back up. And like I said, we're going to summon a real person to help us, which is fantastic. And we actually kind of just stand back and let them take care of the mini-boss, the Flexile Sentry, that's down here at the bottom, because I want to save my soul arrows for the actual boss fight, and I don't have, I have quite a few soul arrows here, but the only thing is I don't do a whole lot of damage to the Flexile Sentry, so I just let the NPCs take care of it. Here you can see, here's the real human that we are summoning to help us. There's Lucatiel in the back, and then we're waiting for this guy or girl or whoever it is to be summoned. Yeah, I'm not even going to pronounce their names, just letters. N-A-C-O-C-9. But here's the Flexile Sentry. Of course, even though there's two NPCs, and one NPC and a real person in front of me, the Flexile Sentry's bent on getting up here and trying to whack me to death, so I tried to run back. I do shoot at it a few times, but as you can see, they're doing a fantastic job of beating the crap out of it. So I just stand back here, let them take care of it, which might be a jerkish thing to do, especially with a human in here helping me. But I want to save my soul arrows for the actual boss, so that's why I'm doing it. As you can see, our human player here but they lost half their health. They got whacked pretty good there, but they healed themselves and they're alright. There you can see our souls up ahead where we died in the last episode. So we will get those back before we progress. Of course, we take care of the bombard men, whatever you want to call them. I hate them with a passion because that's what killed us last time. They're absolutely 100% annoying, but I went ahead and got my souls. I wanted to get those back as quickly as possible. And then, of course, I wanted to make sure all these bombard guys were killed, because unfortunately our NPCs are kind of dumb when it comes to taking care of them. And then, of course, I wanted to check these rooms out. I wasn't sure if there was anything in them, so I went ahead and looked in there. So if any of you know there's like a hidden wall or something, you should let me know. I'll go back there and check it out. But here we are. This is the actual entrance to the Lost Sinner. Sorry. I think it's Last Sinner. Not Lost. Not Last. Okay. Just don't listen to me. I think Lost is what I think it is. Lost Sinner. We're about to find out. On either side of these stairways are doors that you can't open. And I don't know exactly what you have to do to open them. But maybe you have to beat the boss first. I don't know. We'll go back there in the next episode and check, but other than that, maybe if one of you guys know, you should let me. Of course, here is the lost sinner, and that was very creepy when the bug crawled into his eye. I never noticed that before. Of course, it shows how tough he is. He's fighting with his hands stuck together, so he's fighting two-handed. But interesting enough, the lost sinner, there we go. I was right. Of course, in a way I wasn't right, but still. There, he hit me once, and look at that, I've already lost almost half of my health. So my strategy is to stay back and let the other people kind of keep him cornered, and then I will shoot at him from a distance with my great heavy soul arrow. Of course, they run out very quickly, so I have to switch down to the regular soul arrows. But with the extra help, we actually take care of the lost sinner pretty quickly. So, but it's absolutely annoying by yourself, especially if you're a sorcerer. It's almost impossible. But then again, there are a lot of experts out there that probably could do it. And anyway, of course, it's dark in here, and he jumps around. It's hard to target him, and that makes it even more annoying. But either way, we take care of him, and bada bing, bada boom, he is dead. And I bow to my trusty NPCs, the real human being that was in here that helped me fight. Of course, the benefit here is they get like half the souls that I just got. So, I mean, it allows them to fight the boss again, help a guy out, and they get some extra souls. So, we're going to go forward here. And forward, excuse me, is actually not very far. It is a primal bonfire. And basically, it's a bonfire that you can't return to. You can come back here, of course. We get a fragmented branch of yore and an Elizabeth mushroom. We're going to use that fragmented branch of yore to unfreeze Strayed in his cell, and we're going to meet him here in just a little bit. But here's a primal bonfire. Basically, once we sit at it, it's going to take us right back to Majula. Now, of course, we can come back to this area, but we can't travel to this specific bonfire, and there's nothing really left here except, of course, those two doorways we're going to investigate later. But we are back in Majula. We have 54,000 souls, so obviously we're going to take care of that right now. Spend a few of our souls. I spend quite a few on attunements. We only had 3 attunement slots. I actually spend enough, I believe. We go up to 5. Yep, we go up to 5 attunement slots. And then we put the rest in health and endurance. And boom, 54,000 souls gone. But we have 5 attunement slots now. So we actually can use every single one of my sorcery spells that are on the table here. So, and it looks like I put the stronger spells up first, excuse me, then of course my weaker ones toward the end, which I may end up changing because I like to use the weaker ones first. It's just a matter of getting used to it, because whenever you're trying to switch spells in the middle of a fight, it kind of confuses you. It just depends on a personal preference of yours. I actually turned back around because where we're headed, I don't want to go there yet. I just remembered that I wanted to go to Strayed's cell. And right here, I'm actually using up one of the souls we found. It gives us 2,000 souls. Down this path, you pay the woman that you met at the Cardinal's Tower, and she moves the pathway for you. But then I remembered I wanted to show you guys Strayed in his cell. So that's where we're headed now. He's the guy that you could trade souls, that the actual souls that you beat the bosses. You trade those souls in for their weapons. And unfortunately, we won't be really using it, but it's great for a melee character. Of course, there's a bonfire in Strayed's cell. Of course, we can't get to it because he's frozen in front of us, so we have to just backtrack a little bit here from Cinder's Rise, which is absolutely no problem whatsoever. But yeah, it's a fantastic thing, especially if you want to use the boss's weaponry that they used against you. You can get their weapons and use them. Of course, there might be weapons that will be good for a sorcerer. I'm not just gonna use up their souls as soon as I obtain them. I'll actually look into it and see if the weapons that we could get from the souls from the different enemies we kill, if they're worth it for our sorcerer character. So I went ahead and killed the mummified blow-uppers down here. Bombardiers, annoying bombardiers. And these guys up here won't attack you unless you attack them. But I always kill them. I'm paranoid that they will blow up and kill Strayed, and then you won't be able to trade with him anymore. So anyway, here's Strayed. You give the fragmented branch of yore, and then he's unfrozen. He's kind of a jerk, to be completely honest, and he actually does sell a few magic things. I think dark magic and a couple of sorceries. I'm not sure, but I'll go ahead and light the bonfire, and you can actually talk to him without resting at it, so that's worth doing. Of course, he's nice at first. He's like, thank you for unfreezing me, but he's actually kind of a jerk. But here in a second, I'll show you some of the things you can get. In here are different spells. You got the homing spell, a shield, and casting light. It's just basically a light in dark places that you might want. So, I mean, it's not a bunch of useful spells. Of course, the homing spell might be useful. Then, of course, there are a few rings in here that I didn't really think I needed. I didn't really understand the absorb souls in place of wearer's ring, whatever that did. I'll have to look that up, unless someone wants to tell me exactly what that does. But, and then there was also an option there. When you talk to him, it says trade. And when you click on that, you trade your soul that you have, and you get the weapon from that person. Or there's actually a variety of weapons or armor, or not always armor, but like a shield or something. But now we're headed to the dual changing passageway, and that's where we're headed now. And I don't remember her name, but we met her earlier on in the game from the not Cardinals, but I can't even think of what it's called now. Either way, we met her earlier. It's not Cardinals Tower. I mentioned it earlier where she was from, but I forgot completely. But basically, she sells miracles too. So if you want to work on your miracle character and work with miracles, she's the one you want to start out with. But we're a sorcerer. We may combine the two eventually, but for now, she has no real use to us. Mainly, we needed her to move the pathway. And then, of course, a little ways up here, there is a guy you can talk to that sells almost all black magic. He will not talk to me because, excuse me, I don't have the statistics to actually talk to him. He won't talk to you unless you're worthy to talk to. And since I'm not, you know, based on dark magic, I'm based on sorceries, he won't talk to me. So we're getting ready to come up on him here in a second. He'll be on the right-hand side. Of course, as you all know, you can kill these people. I don't recommend it because once you kill them, they're gone. But you do get their armor, which is really the only benefit of killing them. But here we are in Huntsman Copse. Almost said a corpse, but Huntsman Copse. Maybe it's corpse. No, I'm pretty sure it's Copse. Forgive me. But this guy here does not attack you. He's just sitting there. But there is one right in here. And unfortunately, as you can see, I thought I killed him, but no, it just barely left him alive, which is kind of annoying. So if we improve our intelligence a little bit further, we could probably kill them in one hit with our soul arrow. Now, supposedly in here there's a giant moth that keeps spraying poison stuff. I have yet to figure out how to defeat her, or him, or it, or whatever it is. It's obviously an optional boss because you can beat the game without it. But my friend told me that there's like a giant moth creature that sprays that stuff. So I'll have to ask him, and hopefully we can figure it out. Now here you want to back up because there's a guy here that drops down. Not too hard to kill, but he's a little bit harder than the enemies we are used to. So you come in here, and you actually probably want to back out because a guy is going to come up behind you. This door breaks. Another one of those guys. And I almost completely forgot about it. And I actually end up dying in, which is where we get pretty close to the end of this episode. The area down below there I've never explored, so I wanted to explore it, and I ended up dying. So the next episode will start from that spot, and we will explore that area. I'll probably kill the enemies before I start recording again. I don't remember if I actually end up picking anything up. Of course, I run through here and kill this guy real quick. But on through this door is where you're supposed to go, but down below there I didn't realize there was a place to go, because I just wanted to get through here. I didn't want to risk dying, but there's a place to jump down here, which I do, and then if I remember right, I get swarmed by enemies. I pick up something here. It's a soul and a life gem. Then there's an enemy here, and then of course I'm getting shot at from the rear, and that guy shows up behind me. So I don't know what that hole is. I don't know if you can go in or not, but there we go. I died. Next episode, we will try to discover what's going on down here. So thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you for the next episode.